All right, this is the French Quarter RV Resort. Walking distance to the French Quarter. Kind of expensive. But if you want to be able to walk to the French Quarter, this is a great place to stay. We can only get one night because they are completely booked.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would?
Welcome back. We are Lynn and Jonathan, and we go by Create and Capture Life.
And if you hear growling, it's because I have Flash in my lap and the cat sitting next to him, nose to nose, bothering him. If you've been following us for a little while, then you know that we took a really big road trip and we are catching you guys up. Today's episode is all about New Orleans, however you want to say it, Louisiana. Neither of us had ever been to New Orleans before. We wanted to stop there on our way to Florida to, see New Orleans.
See what it's all about.
And I specifically wanted to see a cemetery and a couple of buildings from, if any of you guys are fans of the Vampire Diaries or the show The Originals, is now on Netflix. The Originals was shot a lot in New Orleans, and I wanted to see the cemetery and some of the buildings from that show.
And I wanted to eat beignets. Just being honest. Having a fat kid moment, I wanted to eat beignets. She wanted to go see cemeteries and cool filming locations. I just went for the food.
Now, as you can see, we are in our RV. The window directly across from us is shining in both of our glasses. Deal with it. Sorry. It is. Sorry, not sorry. It is what it is. It's a weird overcast day, and this is what we have. So, we pulled into Louisiana, and it was raining. We stayed at
French Quarter RV Resort. That is literally, it's in the French Quarter, guys. I mean, you can't be any closer. We walked out.
Not in an RV anyway.
Yeah, not in an RV anyways. But you walk out, and you walk just a couple blocks, and you are on Bourbon Street.
Yep, you're right there. So if you are looking to stay in your RV and be able to walk to Bourbon Street and, downtown
New
Orleans, that's the place to stay. It's not inexpensive. It was, when we were there, I think it was about $120 for the night. We were only able to stay one night, as Jonathan notes in the footage, because Mardi Gras was starting, and we didn't realize that when we booked it because we're not from there. We didn't realize. So they were booked the next night. Turned out to be fine. It was about 90 degrees and 90% humidity when we went walking, which was horrible. Hot weather's one thing, humidity is a whole nother demon, and so that was not fun.
Nope.
But some interesting, the other thing is, for those of you guys who don't know us well, we don't drink. I mean, every once in a while, like, Jonathan will have a drink, like a beer or a drink, like, and mostly only if he's with his, like, if his dad's around or something, but
Or I've just had one of those days.
We don't drink, and so it was fun. It's funny to be on Bourbon Street day before Mardi Gras starts and all that, and we don't drink. So we actually went around asking. There was like a slushy place, and we went and asked them, like, do you have any that are non-alcoholic? And the girl was really nice about it, but yeah, they didn't have anything.
Yeah, she kind of chuckled and was like, no, baby, we ain't got nothing that's out non-alcoholic.
Yeah, because
okay.
It was so hot, we wanted something cold to drink besides water, and a slushy sounded good, but they all had alcohol in them, and there's no way in the first place we don't drink. Second place, with the weather, there's no way. No way, it wasn't gonna happen. So highlights of the day is the cemetery I wanted to go to, was closed because it has a bunch of damage since the filming of the show, and so you couldn't even go into that one. The other cemetery that you could do a tour of wasn't the one I wanted to, so we didn't do it. We could have done it at the last minute, but it was just hot and miserable, and we were just like, forget it, we'll do it some other day, some other time. There were also, as we were walking and just, minding your business, walking amongst different people and stuff, and it wasn't very crowded because it was daytime. It's probably like 3 in the afternoon, and this guy came up to me and with a bag of weed, marijuana, for those of you guys who don't know, weed, and just right there is, you know, hey, are you guys smoking tonight? Do you want to buy some weed? And no, good, thanks. He walked away.
Yeah.
It was pretty simple. I mean, it was just funny. He had it right there in the middle of the day, out in the middle of openness. And I mean, I'm used to that in California, but not in other places. So, and I don't know if it's even legal I'll have to look that up if it's legal in Illinois, if it's legal in Louisiana. But yeah, that was funny. So yeah, we weren't smoking, so we were good. And then Jonathan got...
I got the mixtape.
Jonathan...
For those of you guys that know, I got the mixtape.
Jonathan got cornered by some guy.
And then someone walks off on me, so my wingman left me.
I'm
Never
trying
leave
to
your
walk
wingman.
so that you would follow me.
Nope, she left
Yeah.
me. She walked away, and she was down the block and didn't even turn around and look back.
These guys walked up and coerced him,
Yep.
charmed him, sweet-talked him, con artist him out of $10 on Venmo for some CD of their supposed music. Turns out later, because he bought the CD, turns out later there wasn't anything on the CD.
Yep.
And then I told him, now they have your Venmo info, you know, and so he put he changed his Venmo login and stuff. But yeah, I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're giving some stranger off the street. And then once that happened, once one person saw him giving up money, then the next guy stopped him for another tape, for another CD, and then some other guy stopped him to buy a hat, and that's when
we were like, we're done, we're getting out of here.
Jonathan's nicer than I am about things like that, so he's trying to be nice about it and say like, oh no, like it's okay, like I don't need a hat or whatever. And the guy would not, you know, because they want you to hold it, and so then they can keep talking to you. And I was in such a bad mood at that point because we'd been out there for about 3 hours and I didn't feel well from the humidity. And I finally walked up and I told the guy, look, either we're going to keep walking or we're going to call 911 because I can't take it anymore. And we were able to get away. So, because I felt horrible from the heat. It was bad.
Never leave your wingman.
It was bad. So yeah, we still have that CD. And he bought it for 10, but if you want it, we'll sell it for 5.
Half off.
It's a deal, right? 5 off. So, yeah.
He wanted $30 for it, and I was like, you're out of your damn mind. I didn't even want the CD. I told him, I'm like, I don't even care about the CD. I'll just give you $10, leave me alone.
He got the CD and there was nothing on it. Because we have a CD player, because we have this RV that we have, our Class C has a CD player, and so you put it in the thing, there's nothing on it. Or it was just static, so maybe they tried to, I don't know.
No, there was nothing
right,
on it. It's a data CD, so I wasn't about to put it into any computer. I don't even have a computer with a CD drive anyway.
So yeah, that was pretty funny. We're going to take you to the footage right now that we took the day we were there, and then we'll come back when that's done and we'll wrap this up.
Get your cameras ready. Now remember, folks, this show's based off of your energy. The more energy you give us, the better the show. If the show sucks, it's your fault, alright? Because I know we good. My mama told me I'm good, and I love my mama. We got my man Neo all the way from South Central Los Angeles. Everybody make some noise for Neo Matrix! Oh, Neo, wake it up. Come on, man. Watch out! Ow! 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 Make some noise! Uh-oh! Turn it up! 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 Uh-oh! What the hell's on his back? He got carotid. He got a new design. Look. Make some noise for Neo! I can't hear you!
last night at the French Quarter RV Resort in obviously the French Quarter, New Orleans, Louisiana. To show you guys kind of what this place looks like. It's really pretty. It's got a lot of spots. I guess not a lot of spots, but it's got really good space. It's all paved, nice brick pavers. If you're coming here, you're going to see a lot of high-end motorhomes. So that's a London Air. There's a Ventana. There's a bunch of different stuff around here. So it's really pretty. Some of them over here. I'll show you kind of. Let's see if I can go over there. It's bright. I don't know how well you can see it, but like these have these little gazebo things. It's really windy this morning. They've got little enclosed gazebos. Looks like that one over there has a whole like little cabin behind it. So we're gonna take you over towards the pool right now. We're at the pool. There's 4 shower stalls. There's that right there is the laundry room. There's a little clubhouse. And check out this really cool pool. At night, it's even got color changing LED lights. So hot tub looks like it's pretty warm. You can kind of see the steam coming off of it. It's got a really cool pool. So if you guys are heading to New Orleans, I highly recommend trying out the French Quarter RV Resort. So just a quick note, if you're worried about crime or anything like that in the French Quarter, where this is located is actually not too bad, but it is a gated resort. So you can only get in here if you have a gate code. They can only buzz you in. If you drive out with your motorhome and drive back in, they can only buzz you in. They actually come out and meet you at the gate, so you don't have to worry about it. So anyway, not cheap, but worth the price if you want to stay down in the French Quarter. We walked yesterday to the French Quarter. It was probably about, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile, straight down the road. Quantity or quantitai, locals have pronounced it both ways. That is actually just over here to, I think that would be the east of us, and maybe a block. And then you walk straight down there, down to Bourbon Street and the rest of the French Quarter. So really close. Highly recommend. Check it out.
As you saw from the footage, Jonathan did a pretty good walkthrough of the, what was it called again?
French Quarter RV Resort.
I would definitely recommend staying there.
Yeah.
Very nice showers, pool. We use the showers, very clean, very nice. Very nice people. Very high end.
Very.
Like we had the cheapest RV in the place. But if you're looking to stay for a night or two and you want to be able to walk to the French Quarter, and feel secure because it's a locked gate, and the police, there's a lot next to the RV park where the police seem to kind of congregate at night.
It seems like that's where they were staging.
Yeah, they just kind of wait for calls. And so we ended up talking to a couple of the officers for a little while. They were very friendly, telling us, don't walk down this street or whatever, and asked if we were coming back before dark, and we said yeah, because we weren't going to drink or anything anyway. So we really just wanted to see Bourbon Street and all, Mardi Gras stuff.
And from what we were told, and I don't know if I mentioned this in the video or not, but Bourbon Street and that area, because we were so close to Mardi Gras, it had just gotten cleaned, so it didn't smell like urine like everybody said.
Well, and it had been raining like crazy too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it didn't smell. It wasn't, some of the people smelled. But it didn't smell down there. A lot of people told us that.
And no, we did not go to the famous beignet restaurant.
Café Du Monde.
Café Du Monde.
We didn't go there.
I was told by everybody, and Byron, if you're watching this, I think you were one of the ones that told me, don't bother going to Café Du Monde. Go to any of the other places, because Café Du Monde is a lot of hype. We went to Cafe Beignet in the Music Legends Park that's downtown, or like kind of mid Bourbon Street, because everybody said like Cafe Du Monde is great, but it's not like, their beignets are no better, but they're really expensive. Like I think Byron, if you're watching this, who's from New Orleans, he's the one that mentioned like, yeah, Cafe Du Mont's cool, but you're going to spend a lot of time and a lot more money. Go find another place. So this Cafe Beignet was so good.
Yeah, it's Cafe Beignet in Musical Legends Park,
Yeah.
which is in a park. Like you're thinking park, it's literally a little alcove, and it's on. You saw it on the video.
Yeah.
It's really cool place, and I never had a beignet before, and they're very good.
Only beignets I ever had was from Downtown Disney.
I've never even had them at Disneyland,
Yeah.
so I didn't know what to expect, and they were very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was kind of a highlight. I want to have them at Disneyland. When we go, we're going to Disneyland actually very soon, so
Yeah.
I want to get a beignet from there, compare the two.
I think Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen, where we used to get the beignets, closed though.
They have them in New Orleans, Critter Country,
Do they? Oh, okay.
at the French Quarter.
Oh, the French Market?
French Market, yeah, French Quarter, French
Yeah.
Market.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, sidetrack. So yeah, we didn't spend a ton of time. I think we were walking around maybe 3 hours total. We definitely want to go back when the weather's better. It was good that we got back when we did, because as soon as it started to get dark and we had dinner, it started pouring
Yeah.
again that night, and it rained all night long. So we timed it right.
Perfect timing, as usual.
Overall, we would definitely go back to New Orleans. We suggest taking a day or two if you want to do tours, because there are a lot of historical tours and buildings. There's haunted tours, like voodoo stuff that you can do at night, which I think would be kind of fun to do. But like I said, it rained that night, so it's not like we could have done it anyway.
Yeah.
And also I would like to do the cemetery tours, because they are supposedly very interesting, and there's a lot of information.
So to wrap it up, we definitely recommend the French Quarter RV Resort. We definitely recommend staying there and going and using that as a base camp to explore French Quarter and all of the surrounding areas. And yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. If you've got the time, go check it out. And then, like we said, it is a little spendy, but again, definitely worth it.
But for the proximity and the safety, in
Yep.
our opinion, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You have to make your own decision
Yep.
based on, what you think is important. But for us, the proximity to what we wanted to do and the safety was a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for visiting Louisiana with us. Stay safe, stay healthy.
And take a trip.
Soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.